Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
The Red Sox beat the White Sox 2-1 on Thursday. Caleb Durbin hit a 2-run homer, helping Boston to its 6th consecutive win. The White Sox lost for the 6th time in their last 8 outings. Left-hander Anthony Kay dropped to 6-4, allowing 4 hits and issuing a pair of walks over 5 1/3. The White Sox are tied with the Guardians atop the AL Central after Cleveland beat the Twins 5-2 Thursday. The Orioles beat the Cubs 3-2 in Baltimore on Thursday. Jeremiah Jackson hit a 2-run double in the bottom of the 8th, lifting the O's to the win. The Cubs continue their road trip tonight. They open a series at Cincinnati with 5-7 Shota Imanaga starting against 0-1 Hunter Green. Summer League play for the Bulls starts tonight in Las Vegas. They'll take on the Memphis Grizzlies, and they don't play again until Monday with a game against the Utah Jazz.
Save big when you bundle auto and home, renters, or condo with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
The Colonel's cooked up a new $10 bucket of the day just for you. Monday, 24 nuggets for $10. Tuesday, 8-piece fried chicken for $10. Wednesday, 10 wings for $10. Thursday, 8 tenders for $10. Friday, 24 nuggets for, ooh, you guessed it, didn't you? $10.
Finger licking machine.
The $10 bucket of the day deal. Every weekday. Only at KFC. It's finger licking good.
Prices and participation vary while supplies last. Not available on third-party.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by KFC. This morning, mostly sunny with a high near 84. Tonight, mostly clear with a low around 64. Looking ahead to Sunday, sunny with a high near 86. Sunday night, clear with a low around 64. On Monday, sunny skies with a high near 90. Today, it's 70 degrees and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
The Colonel is the king of chicken. That's why he's always had a beef with beef. But on Wednesdays, he's squashing the beef by frying it. KFC Country Fried Steak is here for only $4.99. Crispy golden outside, tender steak inside. Served with peppery gravy, mashed potatoes, coleslaw, and a biscuit. At last, the Colonel and beef buried the hatchet in gravy. Get the $4.99 Country Fried Steak Wednesdays for a limited time only at KFC.
Prices and participation may vary while supplies last. Not available on third-party ordering platforms. Tax, tip, and fees extra.
Before the weather gets too cold, it's time to finish up those outdoor jobs. That's why ComEd wants you to know that electricity can jump from a power line to you and to the tools you're using. So maintain a safe distance from any power lines. You can also call ComEd at 1-800-EDISON-1 to have those power lines de-energized the next time you do any work around them. Stay smart, stay safe, stay back. ComEd, powering lives.
When your car's feeling sluggish, don't stress. Just bring it down to Britain's Express Oil and Lube on Larkin Avenue in Elgin. For a fast, friendly 10-minute oil change and a full 18-point inspection, they've got you covered. Whether it's engine service, fluids, filters, or headlight check, they do it right. And they do it fast. Family run, quality service, right in your neighborhood. Swing by today and keep your ride running smooth. Britain's Express Oil and Lube, your car's health partner in Elgin, a proud sponsor of America's First Responders Fest.
Everybody, and welcome to our FIFA World Cup radio show here on WRMN 1410. I'm your host, Graham Boeder, here with my co-host
Downtown Jose. Hello, everybody.
And not quite Andrew yet. He'll be in soon. I'm guessing. He said so. We'll figure that out.
He's on his way.
And we are incredibly excited to cover our final day of the World Cup quarterfinals.
Yes.
I just said it. I think this show is going to be a really fun one. I think this is a perfect amount of teams left, but still excitement.
Best excitement.
I'm saying more excitement, but you've lots of excitement, but you also have not as many teams.
Yes, let's break it down to
all the games
best of the best.
So I think that we obviously had a kind of early show last week, and I think it'd be kind of weird to cover some teams that already got eliminated. So we got a little recommendation here from my dad.
Okay.
A little shout out, but We're going to start from the round of 16. So that started on Saturday. And we're going to kind of go back. And we're going to go through all the teams that made the round of 16 and go through their game before and their game after, if they've already played it or if they played today. So we're going to start with our first game of the round of 16, which was Canada versus Morocco. 3-0.
3-0. That was a shellacking.
We were watching this one from the car.
It was just they didn't have it. They didn't have it that day, Canada. I don't know, but the other team just outplayed them.
No, and it was kind of weird for me to think that. I think Canada honestly probably played the better first half. Morocco didn't look like themselves.
No, they took over in the second half, and it's just Canada couldn't recuperate.
Yeah, I think that Morocco, like especially at the end of the game, they scored a goal in the 82nd minute and the 98th minute. Late in the game, they definitely found themselves, and I think that I feel like Canada's big problem this tournament. Obviously, they were a co-host. I don't think they played terribly bad. I don't think they played terribly well either. For being
no, it's just one of their main stars was out in that leg injury, and that probably breaks a little bit of the chemistry.
And along with that, their captain and probably best player, Alphonso Davies, didn't even start in this game because he's been injured all tournament. He came off the bench in the last two, but the coach did not think that even with a player of that caliber, that
he was probably still injured.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if he's a player that you gotta play, so even if it's a minor injury, so you have to think that there's a good reason for why he would not be starting.
You might have something broken and they're not telling the public or something.
Maybe.
But that was just a demanding game.
Yeah, what I was gonna say is that I think that Canada played with so much more urgency, and you expect that out of any team to play with more urgency late on. But Canada, like, when it's late in the game, we saw it in their game against who they play first here. I'll check. I'll remember this because I know they won 1-0 in the last minute. They played South Africa, and they won off of what, like 90
something second.
Yeah, 90 plus minute goal, and it's because they were the better team all game, but they waited, and when it mattered, they had to be urgent, and they were.
Yeah, they were.
And I think in this game, they did not have the urgency they needed, especially for like where they were at the game. They were beating a team, and not beating, but in a way playing the better game against a team that was better than them. And in the second half, Morocco got a goal, and then you really saw the full Canada, like how they attacked fully. And if they just played like that all game, I think they could win more games because they had chances. And even though Morocco, it sounds like a 3-0 win is a big one, at the same time, Canada were in this game the entire time.
Yeah, they were. It's just the scoring, man. They couldn't stop the scoring.
Yeah.
They probably switched up on defense.
And then we go to another game we were watching from the car in Paraguay, France. This one was won by an Mbappe penalty.
Mbappe's a bad dude. He reminds me of a young Lionel Messi. A young Lionel, when he was young.
Yeah.
But that guy is powerful, and he's shoots right and left.
I mean,
I
think that with France, Mbappe's full potential is just, you get to see it. It's on full display. Every little bit of ounce of talent he has, you get to see it. And I think that even with Madrid, even with PSG over his years, he's kind of been, especially at club, he's kind of been highlighted as he's some bad player. Not bad player, but some, how should I say this? He makes the teams around him worse, despite being a great player. And I think at France are great. They have stars, but they truly allow him to shine. Yeah,
they do. They open up holes for him.
And I think
he takes over.
I think him sometimes getting to play on the left, I think he's playing striker a good amount too, but I think the fact that he's more of able to free roam, almost in a way that, I'll talk about this, Vinicius Jr. does, that Cristiano Ronaldo did in his prime at Madrid, almost as a winger that's able to roam and kind of make runs, score goals more centrally.
He's just very fast.
He is.
Fast. And he can handle the ball with his feet. I mean, that's awesome.
He's everything. Like, that's the thing with me and Kylian Mbappe.
He might be the face of the World Cup in next 4 years.
Oh, I think he already is. In my opinion, by the end of this World Cup, he will be the best World Cup player of all time. And I think that's crazy to say. Pele is 3. I mean, Maradona has a legendary career. Messi has a legendary career. But Mbappe is...
He's putting his name on the map.
I think that he is currently maybe one off... I think he still is one off Messi's record for most goals of all time in the World Cup.
Ooh, he's gonna get that thing.
But he's going to get it. I mean, Messi probably doesn't have another World Cup, maybe at his best one more, but I would say there's no chance.
No, I don't think so. That's a young man's game,
Yeah, I mean,
have him, if you have him on the team, play him a little bit, as a player coach, and then come out.
I don't think you can never count Lionel Messi out. You can never count Cristiano Ronaldo out, and you can never count Lionel Messi out. So I'm not going to quite say that they're out of the next World Cup, even though it's unlikely. But I think that by the end of this World Cup, I think France are the favorites. I think France probably will win.
That's what I'm thinking too. The games that I'm seeing, they're just above everybody else, man. I just.
If they win, and Kylian Mbappe is the top scorer, he's the best World Cup player of all time, and he's only played 3. That's incredible to say. But even since his first World Cup, even since he was young, he's been dominating. And I think that we've been talking a lot about Kylian Mbappe, very deserved. He's probably the best player in the world right now. But I think we also got to highlight some of France's other good players. I mean, Olise, just his ability to create for other players. I think he might be the most important player in that team.
And number 7?
Dembele?
Yeah.
He's very good too, but he's very, very good. He won the Ballon d'Or, so he's the best player in the world, or at least that's what
he's a southpaw.
He won the award for it.
He kicks it with his left.
You want to know the crazy thing about him? He's left-footed, but he takes penalties with his right. He's ambidextrous with his feet.
Oh man, that's God-given talent there.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy. I mean, if there's a lot of players who obviously, if you play pro, if you're playing in the World Cup, you probably got to have both of your feet have to be really good. But you don't see Ronaldo taking penalties with his left. You don't see Messi taking penalties with his right. Dembele's left-footed, and he does a little penalty run up where he shifts onto his weak foot and takes it.
It's like a switch hitter in baseball.
I bet the first time he did that, the goalkeeper was so confused. What is he doing?
Yeah, that's talent, man. That's God-given talent. If he can do that.
But the thing for me is that I just think that Olise, his ability to create with the team, and the fact that you have so many players who are able to score, so many players who are able to make such big impacts. But Olise, he can score goals. That's very apparent. He can make plays. But I think he's kind of letting other players do that big goal scoring, big player role. And he's being the one to make the passes, play those key balls that end up getting the goals. And he's very okay playing that role. And I think that's something a team with France with a lot of big players with, obviously, and you're going to have big egos. And I think that Olise is a calm, humble guy who understands his role and understands that his abilities can help France win with the players around him.
Not just him scoring, but
exactly.
being a team. Like you said, put all your egos aside. Be a team and everybody be on one page.
And last point on this game, but it was a little weird because I don't think France, they were the better team all game. I mean, in a way they dominated, but I don't think France, they obviously went off a penalty. They didn't look as good, and I think after the game we're going to get to, that my concerns are kind of lifted a little bit, and that I'm not as worried now about France. But after this game, I was like, is this team really the team that is the best team in the World Cup? I certainly know they can still, you've one game that's a little off and you still won it. So, but is a team that's barely squeaking out a win on a penalty versus Paraguay a team that can win the World Cup?
I think that's going to make them more stronger. France more because look, oh man, we beat that team, but we weren't playing the way we were playing, and I think they're gonna advance. They might be in the championship against someone else.
So. I would like to bring up that we love having people come in, right? We love having people calling in, texting in. So bring up the phone line really quick. The phone line is 847-931-1410. Once again, that's 847-931-1410. And if you want to text, it's 505-926-1410. 505-926-1410. Call and text in. We would love it.
Hello, Susie C.
So we're going to move on to Sunday's games, where we had 2 brilliant games. Absolutely loved both of them. As we start out with Brazil-Norway. Brazil with the shock upset. Brazil got upset by Norway, led by Erling Haaland. And this one for me is, I have a question. How serious do you think Norway truly are? 'Cause me and my dad were talking about this once again in the car. This has been, me and my brother, this has been a kind of a comment that we brought up a lot because they beat Brazil. It's a pretty serious team to beat.
Yes, it is.
Today they play England, another very serious team. Are Norway a team that actually can compete? Or are they a team that, are decent, got a big win? Is this their time to go out?
I think so. England's, they're playing like they're on fire.
Yeah.
And they're having fun, man.
Crazy thing, Norway are ranked 31 in the world. That, you think about it, last FIFA World Cup.
Ooh, 31.
There's 32 teams. They're barely, it would have been in the Qatar 2022 World Cup. And they didn't even make it last time. This is Erling Haaland's first World Cup, and
he's making a name for himself.
He just scores goals like no one else on earth.
But see, it's a team game, though.
The ability to be like Erling Haaland is crazy because, once again, something we talked about preparing for this show is that Haaland, pretty much any player, you need to make a constant impact over the game. Yeah. Haaland's a player who can do, in a way, no disrespect, but almost nothing all game, and then randomly, one or two plays, he'll score a goal. And he does it almost every game. Like, he finds the back of the net, and I'll say 70% of his games, and he does nothing. He doesn't dribble. He doesn't, he doesn't
just waits for his opportunity.
He just waits. We were talking about this. He kind of like Messi. He just kind of walks, waits for that chance, and once he sees that one ball, he's so smart in the way that he knows that he sees one ball being played across the field, and it's like, this was going to lead up to a chance for me. And he makes that run.
And he makes it in.
And he finds the back of the net, and he's superhuman. He's huge. And he just honestly seems like such an awesome
dude. He's very tall, right? Very tall?
Very tall. I mean, he's a Norwegian Viking.
He got to cut his hair.
But he also seems just like such a chill, awesome dude.
Mm-hmm. He looks like a young Thor.
Yeah, I see it. I see it.
I sure do. But no, he's very talented also. And
it was a really good game. I think that we were talking about this with Mbappe, right? Mm-hmm. How Mbappe kind of plays like Vinny Jr., and I think Vinny Jr.'s had a great tournament with Brazil. Like, his ability to just kind of play, once again, that role where he's playing as a winger, but he's also able to cut in. He's also able to score goals.
All-around player.
It's a rare role, but it's one that really, works when you have the right player in it.
I think every team needs a player like that.
And he played very well. But I think another topic of discussion, if you guys want to call in, this is going to be a good one to call in for. But I think that, obviously, Bruno Guimaraes had a penalty that was saved early in the game, right? Mm-hmm. And I think that there's been a lot of controversy over it because Bruno Guimaraes, he's a decent penalty taker, but he's not one that, you'd expect to take penalties for Brazil. You expect Vinny, lots of other great players on that field. I mean, Paqueta. Here, let me see if Paqueta started and could have taken it. He didn't. But Casemiro was on the field. I mean, Cunha was on the field. Ronelli was on the field. And they gave it to Guimaraes. And I know after the game, Ancelotti, the Brazil coach, said that Vinny was
upset.
Fifth in line or something to take the pen, which is kind of outrageous to me. I mean, I get his conversion rate's not great, but at the same time, he's composed. He knows how to take them in big moments. I think that, and it was a big, kind of change of play. Brazil had all the momentum. They had lots of momentum still, but they just didn't look like the same team after that penalty miss. And that's the thing for me. I mean, Guimaraes should not have taken it. And I know it sounds like you would say that no matter what after he missed it, but I think that Vinny had to take that penalty. And
he had to. I mean,
it was 0-0 all game. Brazil had chances. They couldn't finish them. And out of nowhere, Haaland scores a header. And then in the 90th minute, Haaland rips one from outside the box. 2 goals in 11, 12 minutes. And just like that, Norway win. And
squeak by. But a win's a win.
I was disappointed by Ancelotti a little bit because I think Neymar was hurt in the first 2 games. He played a little bit in the third and didn't play in the 4th game. And the 4th game was a close game against Japan. So when you look at it, if you're not playing in a close game, it was 1-1 to the last minute. If you're a sub and you're not playing and you're not coming on when it's 1-1 in the last minute, you're probably not going to be team super sub.
Yeah, that falls on the
team
coach.
Super sub, exactly. So when they played Norway and they couldn't get a goal, who did they want to bring on? Who did they think would get them the goal? They brought on Neymar. That makes no sense. You can't treat Neymar like he's an afterthought all tournament and then play him when you need him most. And I was glad he got his goal because I think that he's a legendary player. I mean, he still has a few years left, but I think that even more than Messi and Ronaldo, he's just worn out. I don't think he's going to be able to make the next World Cup. I think it's like TikTok profile says The Last Dance. So I think that he's pretty much confirmed himself that this is it. And once again, who knows? Who knows if a 45-year-old Ronaldo will be playing? But
nah, I don't think so.
I don't think so either. But
you gotta
who knows?
You gotta give other young men chances. But you never know if he can make a team. You gotta make a team first. So, but you never know. Age is just a number. If that man got hurt, all right, this is my last one.
Yeah, but this game came down to me for more tactical, managerial decisions than anything, and I think that's where you want to be. You want to be in a case where you can win a game if you make the right decisions, and Ancelotti's an elite coach. I don't think he made the right decisions to win that game. And then we move. I'm sorry to bring this up. We do have to go to the Mexico game.
Oh yeah, it was tough, man. It was tough. At least there was a lot of goals in that game.
That was my favorite game of the tournament
too.
so far. That was so fun. That was one where like I think our entire family just sit on the couch watching it, and like even the people who couldn't sit down and watch a soccer game were enjoying it. Like that game was fun.
I was downtown riding from Dundee doing my workout, and I seen a whole bunch of people. And I said, man, what's going on? And somebody goes, hey man, the patio restaurant, they're bringing out a big screen TV to show the Mexican-England game.
Did you go up there?
Yeah, there was, I would say at least 2,000, 2,500 people. It was free. It was awesome. Everybody was wearing Mexico shirts. And every once in a while I would say, hey, nice shirt, guys, but let's go France. And they were saying, but I was just voicing my opinion. I want France. But it was beautiful. Lots of people, and everybody behaved.
I thought you said you were a Mexico fan. Now you're a France fan.
France is showing another side of them. But I was going for Mexico. I sure was. And that was their first loss, right?
Yeah.
So that's got to be tough, but they'll be good because they got a good coach.
Yeah, and you were saying it, Harry Kane, what a beast he is.
Oh, he's just, it looks like he's playing against boys.
Yeah, and the thing is, people don't realize, like, he's older too, and he's still performing at such a top level.
That's experience.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell. And I think that's a key thing with strikers. Strikers don't always need to be the fastest, don't always need to be the biggest. I mean, he's obviously a built guy, but...
Find a spot in that net and boom.
Exactly. It's just, you need to have the IQ, as I was saying with Holland, just know when that ball that can lead to a goal is happening, and just, you can go from walking, you can go from being slow, catching your breath, to a burst.
I mean, but sometimes those players, when they hit the ball, it's going by so fast that the goalie doesn't even have a chance to even touch the ball.
Yeah.
And they're going right on the corner or on a high upper corner. Those are powerful goals.
Yeah, I mean, Bellingham had 2 goals in 2-3 minutes this time. I mean, he's an incredible player. I think that he means so much to this England team. Because I think that, Harry Kane, you look at him and you say, he can make things happen, but he's more of a make things happen for himself type of player. More of a Cristiano Ronaldo type
take
player.
over, right?
He can make, not as much, but maybe he can, take a few dribbles into a shot, make things like that happen. But Bellingham's a player where he can score goals, but he can also control the all-around game. I think that's what's important.
Yeah, all around. Scoring's part of the game, but you also have an all-around game by helping your other teammates.
And when scoring's part of your all-around game, as especially a midfielder, that's so important for him.
I love it when they score a goal, and all the players, they show so much love. They jump on the player, they're kissing him on the forehead. I mean, it's awesome to see that.
Yeah,
it's almost like a touchdown celebration. But it's awesome. I really do like that.
And it only happens every 4 years. So,
yes.
You look at these players. Look at Mbappe. He scored 7 World Cups. And you think about it, like,
already?
Some players, like, their life would be made just to score 1 World Cup goal. And, like, that's a dream for so many people to, just have their country celebrate, have all their teammates, surround them. And then you look at Mbappe and he's scoring 7-8 a competition. Just doesn't even care. It's just like he's scoring in a friendly match at that point, But, I'll say it again. Quinones for Mexico, such a baller. He scored again. He's so fun to watch. Like
I wish they would have played that kid more, Gilbert Mora.
Oh, yeah.
17-year-old kid. But, Quinones is just
You know who they should have played more?
Who?
Brian Gutierrez, Chicago Fire.
That's right. That's
Academy
what
boy.
Uptown Andrew was talking about.
But he came on the field, and no joke, this is just biased because he was our star boy. But the difference when he was on the field was huge. They looked so much better when Brian Gutierrez was on the field than when he was off of it.
I think he should have been starting.
I agree. I mean, he started the tournament as, he started at center mid for them. So I think he had, maybe it was a slight injury that took him out for a game. And since then, he has become more of a super sub. And, maybe it's good to have him with fresh legs. But I think that if they started Gutierrez all game, the game could have been very different.
It was just a very high-scoring game, very exciting.
And action, 2 penalties. Raul Jimenez scored 1, Kane scored 1. Both pretty good pens, both pretty fun. A red card. So much excitement, so much fun. And England having to end the game, the last 30 minutes or so, with the red card just made it so much more interesting.
Yes, it was.
It was all Mexico, but they just could not find the back of the net.
So, and you count that for the defense. If they can't find the net, the defense maybe had something to do with it.
Yeah, so here, we'll start going into our first game of Monday. I think these are 2 games that are gonna go on for a little bit. We're gonna have to cover for a while, so we'll probably continue it into the second half of the show. But we start with Portugal, Spain, and this one's a little disappointing for me as a Cristiano Ronaldo fan to say that he will not end his career with the World Cup?
It was just, it wasn't boring. It was exciting, but just one goal, and that's all it took to win.
Yeah, I just think
and those are two powerhouses, aren't they?
Yeah. I think it's come down, I can't express how mad I am. I mean, I'm obviously joking a little bit. I don't know if I'm joking fully, but at Portugal's coach, my goodness. What a talented roster. You look at Cristiano Ronaldo in Portugal, he's won trophies. He's the best ever player. In my opinion, he's the best player to ever play. But whether you believe that or not, he's an absolute legend. And he's 41 years old. This has been his best ever Portugal team. And I think there should be no debate about that. I think that the midfield that he has with, João Neves, Vitinho, Bruno Fernandes, so many class players, Leao, Costa,
it's almost like an all-star team. Like
Diaz,
Tom Andrew was saying.
Mendes, all those elite players in the team. And they're just all used wrong. And I think that it's also so tough to say that you have an elite midfield who's done almost nothing this tournament. I don't blame them for that. I blame the coach for how he used them. But you have an elite midfield, 3 elite midfielders who all have had little to no impact on the Portugal squad. And you blame a 41-year-old who's the team's top scorer in the tournament?
You got to use the whole team.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
And just, honestly, a heartbreaking game to lose in the last minute. And I think I think the reason why this game was lost by Portugal is one player, and that player is Nuno Mendes. Nuno Mendes is one of the best players in the world, and people will never realize it because he's a fullback, and they want to talk about the attackers of the world.
Yeah.
But he generally is a top 5 player in the world.
Top 5 player in the world?
He's up there. So we're going to get to the music right now. We'll talk about Nuno Mendes the rest of the game in the second half, but we're going to get in the break right now. See you guys.
Be back.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby, brought to you by Progressive.
Elgin is launching an education campaign ahead of new statewide rules for e-bikes and scooters taking effect January 1st. The city will focus on informing riders, parents, and schools about age requirements, speed limits, where devices can operate, and new safety regulations instead of creating temporary local rules. The outreach effort begins at National Night Out on August 4th. A Plainfield area woman accused in connection with her husband's death allegedly made suspicious online searches before and after his remains were discovered, according to prosecutors. Robin Turner and James Adams are charged with concealing a homicide and dismembering a human being after Dale Wayne Turner's body parts were found in a freezer in central Illinois Lake. Authorities say additional charges are possible as the investigation continues. John Deere has reached a settlement allowing farmers and independent repair shops to fix their own equipment. The agreement requires a company to provide access to diagnostic and repair tools previously limited to authorized dealers. Deere will also pay $1 million to 5 states for enforcement costs. U.S. jobless claims dipped slightly last week with 215,000 Americans filing for unemployment benefits. Layoffs remain at historically low levels, but hiring has slowed in recent months. The unemployment rate fell to 4.2% in June as employers added fewer jobs. U.S. existing home sales slowed in June as higher mortgage rates continued to weigh on buyers. Despite the slowdown, the median sales price climbed to a record $440,600, marking the highest level on record. Home prices have now increased year over year for 36 straight months. South Elgin's Anderson Humane is caring for 6 dogs rescued after a tornado destroyed an animal shelter in Springfield. The group transported 3 adult dogs and 3 puppies from Sangamon County Animal Control to help make room for displaced pets and give the animals a better chance at adoption. One of the dogs is already available for adoption, while the others remain at Anderson's shelters.
I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
Amy Cox did something smart. She saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. And with that money, she decided to treat herself to an anti-aging red light mask. Will she look like a horror movie villain every night? Yes. Will her boyfriend Kevin be scarred for life? That's certainly a risk. But it's Amy's savings, and if she's willing to risk her relationship for smooth, wrinkle-free skin, well, bye-bye, Kevin. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-909-9696. 800-909-9696.
When disaster strikes, flood or fire, every second counts. At Emergency Construction Group, they specialize in immediate response and same-day service for any residential, commercial, or industrial emergency across the Chicagoland area. With over 30 years of experience, they've got the expertise, manpower, and equipment to handle any size loss fast. They follow strict IICRC guidelines to restore your property the right way, the first time. Their team values transparency, constant communication, and strong ethical standards because your peace of mind matters. Licensed, bonded, and insured, they're here for you 24/7, 365 days a year. Call 855-4ECG now. That's 855-432-4669. Or visit their website at emergencyconstructiongroup.com and let Emergency Construction Group put your life back together one step at a time. That's Emergency Construction Group. Your satisfaction is their passion.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by Chick-fil-A. This morning, mostly sunny with a high near 84. Tonight, mostly clear with a low around 64. Today, sunny with a high near 86. Sunday night will be clear with a low around 64. On Monday, sunny skies are ahead with a high near 90. Currently, it's 74 and partly cloudy. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
My doctor told me my cholesterol is borderline, so I took control with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula. Garlic helps maintain healthy cholesterol safely and naturally. It's odor and taste-free, and Garlic is a world leader in garlic potency. I'm taking charge of my cholesterol with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula, cholesterol's natural enemy.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The term natural references only the garlic in the product. Use as directed.
And welcome back to Boeder on Sports. This time we do have Andro zooming in. How you feeling?
What's up, guys?
You got all AC Milan gear on?
Listen, I'm going to tell you, first of all, a little bird mentioned the word 10 o'clock to me, but that's okay. We'll let it go. And secondly, I do have my Milan on, and the reason is because you know, the guy over there sitting next to you likes to wear his Inter stuff, so I've got to straighten him out.
So, what's up, Uptown Andrew?
Uptown Andrew.
Hey, listen, and there's and one other reason is because the United States Belgium game. You know, one of the main guys out there scoring the goals, the Catalar, was one of those sort of Milan mistakes that they let go. Mm-hmm. And Atlanta's benefiting from him, of course. So, wish we had him back now.
Yeah. So, were you tuning in and listening for the first half?
No, I wasn't because a little bird told me 10 o'clock.
Okay, wait. So we were going into the Portugal-Spain game a little bit.
Yes.
We're talking about Nuno Mendes and his impact, and I said he may be a top 5 player in the world because I just think that his impact all throughout the field to attack to go back and look at it. Lamine Yamal, absolutely elite player, young star. I mean, once again, he's a player that could be the best in the world. And you look at it, Lamine Yamal did absolutely nothing all game. And Nuno Mendes comes out and he turns into the best player into the best player on the team, on the field. That's not a coincidence.
The man got skills.
He does. He's a quality player. He's an excellent athlete. And Yamin, look, you're not going to be a one-man team, okay? You need to have the support. You need to have the guys out there that are going to be able to do the job, feed the ball, get the passes in, okay? And this whole thing with like the likes of a Holland or Messi or Lamal, they're not doing it on their own. Okay, they've got the supporting staff behind them, and they need that.
And the thing is that they have systems built around them, and that's the thing. It's not just that they have supporting staff; it's that their supporting staff are always thinking about them first, and that's what you need is if you're a star player. And I think Portugal, that's one of their main problems. They're just a battle of egos. They don't have a goal. Their coach did not do very well. We talked about that.
That team's it's like a super team. I mean, man, it's just.
Well, we talked about that at the beginning of the games, the World Cup games, when we saw Portugal play that first game. And if you guys recall, the concern was that there was a lot of stars and they weren't working together. They weren't intertwining. And I'll tell you, they were not feeding Ronaldo the ball either.
No.
They there was like everybody was out for themselves, and that's a problem. And you get that. You see that a lot. I've seen it out throughout history with big super teams that they do that,
I think you have to realize that Cristiano Ronaldo is not as fast, he's not as athletic as he was before, but he still is an elite goal scorer.
He's still dangerous.
And he's still someone you need to get the ball to.
Absolutely.
So I wonder if that falls on the coaching, or tell the teammates, hey, give the ball to Ronaldo, get him the ball.
Yeah.
It falls on the athletes. It's themselves. Listen.
It's ego.
It's ego. It's attitude, ego, and you saw it. And then when they played as a team, you saw the difference. And it just you can't listen. You cannot carry it on your own. We hear Messi. Messi scores when he gets the ball. If he doesn't get the ball, he's not scoring.
So somebody's assisting him.
That's the thing. Argentina work for Messi. Portugal don't work for Ronaldo.
Exactly. But yeah, you're right. He's an excellent player, and he's a star on that team. And they're going to need it. Look, because let's face it, these guys. We talked about how many of these elite players, top guys, are done after this World Cup, right? And Ronaldo's one of them, and so there's going to have to be new blood to carry it.
I mean, who knows at this point? I think that you can look at some elite players, and they could be completely different in 4 years. You think there's no way a João Neves or a Vitinho couldn't be elite in the future, but there's a good chance that, you know what I mean, they aren't at that same skill level, and this may have been Portugal's chance. I think that, Martinez, their coach, I think he kind of failed that team.
Yeah, I think they were one of the favorites to win it, right?
I would also say, though, I don't know if you guys saw, I believe Jorge Jesus, the former Al Nassr coach, did get hired as Portugal's new coach. And he's a strong praiser of Ronaldo.
That's good.
He said that he believes that he's the greatest player ever, or believes that systems should be even built around him now. So is there a chance that Ronaldo maybe plays another Nations League, maybe even another Euros? With
Euros, maybe. No ways in another World Cup.
No chance in the World Cup. I would say no chance.
No, it's just not. Let's be honest.
Not possible.
Look, he would hurt the team if he did that. That would be, I think, in my opinion,
now.
At what? That would put him at what, 44, 45? I think that would be selfish of him to do that.
He's too old, Ronaldo.
Here's the thing. I could see Ronaldo trying to coach a team to a World Cup because he is someone that never gives up, and I do not think that he will, end his legacy without a World Cup. I just don't think he will allow himself to do that. He will not stop working.
Well, maybe as a coach.
We'll see. So we're going to move from one heartbreak for me as a Ronaldo fan to another. I had to watch my idol get knocked out of what could, who knows, be his last international game ever. And then I had to watch my country get knocked out.
Oh, yeah.
And not just knocked out, obliterated, as Belgium beat the USA 4-1. Ugly day.
Ugly.
So, first and foremost, Belgium. I'm not even going to start with the United States. Let's start with Belgium. Belgium.
You're giving up on the U.S.
Team. Belgium is a much better team than we said and they said. Meaning, the players that they had on the bench are so much just higher quality. And I think, to be honest with you, I think for Belgium, the mistakes were in the coaching, and I think that they would have performed even better had they started with those different lineups. They have a young Kaká like player, De Ketelaere, and I got to know a little bit about him when he was on Milan. He didn't get a lot of playing time. He was young, and the kid was phenomenal.
And he's on Atalanta now?
He's out. Yeah, they traded him to Atalanta. He's been doing well. I mean, he had 5 goals last year. I think he's going to be great this year for them. But if you watched Belgium, they scared the hell out of our team, out of the U.S. team. The U.S. team came out there the moment they started playing and touching the ball. I felt like bad for them.
Me too.
Like I was looking, I was like, these guys are not. They're done. They were not ready to play. They looked so scared on that field. And I'll tell you, if you guys remember last week when we talked about a lineup, and this was before the red card got, Belgium got to play. I was talking about a lineup that included either Arena, Pepe, and I almost wish that red card would have never gotten, it would have just stuck, and we would have gone with a little bit that lineup, because I thought Reina was awesome out there. I thought he was doing as much as he can. He was probably the few guys that was. I'm going to say something, and people are going to hate me for this, but Pulisic just completely let me down, and I don't even want him on my Milan anymore.
Okay, whoa. You're telling me
right?
Pulisic had one bad game, and you're selling him now.
Pulisic, no, that's not one bad game. Even in some of the other games, there was just something about him, like he's protecting an injury maybe, or he's thinking about.
I mean, he was injured from Milan, right?
What's that?
He was injured this year in Milan, right?
He was, and that's why I was like, was he protecting an injury? Was something going on? Listen, he didn't impress me in this whole World Cup at all. And McKennie did. I think Des played his butt off. But Pulisic, I don't know. That's my opinion. But when I saw that team, they were scared.
So it's like they lost a game before even playing.
In a way,
like intimidation.
Yeah, in a way, I agree.
Yes.
But at the same time, I do think Pulisic played well during the tournament. I think that his impact on the field is so much bigger when he's on it than when he's off it. I think the first game, in that first half, the U.S. played the best I'd seen them play, probably ever. And Pulisic was a key factor to that. And, when did he play next? In their third game? He came on, in like the 60th minute. USA were great. Against Bosnia, he played well. Almost got a goal, got called off sides, and he did struggle, in his last game against Belgium. But
right.
He still is a good player. He still is, in my opinion, the most talented player the U.S. has ever had. So I think you need to look at that and say he has bad games, but the U.S. as a whole had a bad game, and it wasn't him.
Look, you could say that about the whole team. The whole team had a bad day, and I was talking about this with someone the other day. He said, look, and even the coach said it, it was just a bad day. Every team goes through it. They just picked the wrong time to go through it. But let's, on the flip side of that, let's think about something. They beat Paraguay, who knocked out Germany. They beat Bosnia, who made sure that my guys from Italy never even made it to the World Cup. So, the United States, you can't say that they're just they're not as good a team as we thought this and that, in the sense of they did beat teams that beat other big teams.
Yes,
they just weren't prepared.
It was just a really bad day, and it was just bad to the point where they looked like they were not in sync. They weren't communicating with each other.
No.
The passes were horrendous. There was no ball management. Nothing moving. We talked about moving that ball long down the sides because you can get to Belgium that way.
There's a whole field.
You never saw that.
I think that they were down when they were down 3-1. I think that even though Pulisic and Dest were having bad days, I think that when you saw them come off the field, that's when you knew it was over. I think that's when you knew. I think I actually have gained a lot of respect for Berhalter. I didn't think he was great, but I think that he shows a lot of passion for the U.S., and he's played pretty well when he's come on, so I've gained a lot of respect for him. Yeah. But I think overall, Reyna, Berhalter, they're not near the starting quality that you would expect for the U.S. national team, in my opinion. And I think that once you saw Pulisic and Dest, who I think are their two best creative players, come out, you realize that they're not going to get a goal. It just wasn't going to happen. They weren't going to be able to come back from 2, especially.
It's hard to come back.
I want to talk about this, but the goalie and that I don't even know what was happening there. I don't know if he just slipped, if he just lost confidence, he got confused. The freeze was whatever happened there was the definition of a bad day. And that just spoke for the team.
For the whole team.
For me, Freeze this entire tournament just looked a little off. He didn't make mistakes that were so visible in other games, but I feel like his positioning was a little off. I feel like he just kind of looked a little lost, especially against Bosnia. I don't think he looked very good when that game, and I think that he kind of got away with it.
That should be a concern for us as far as U.S. soccer, and reason is that one of the things that we've always been known for, or at least known for a long time, is goaltending. United States produced excellent goaltenders, and I just didn't see it this time.
No. I mean, I think that this summer is honestly overall something that I think we should all be proud of.
Yes.
As Americans, we played very well. We won a knockout game. The group stage went very well. I think that overall, this tournament has helped us as a country, understand, not just how awesome the U.S. is, but also how awesome soccer is, or football, whatever you want to call it, but how cool of a game it is, and how, how much power it has on a worldwide scale. And I think that even if with the U.S. out, I hope that everybody watching can still, and hopefully enjoy the show, still try to follow along with the games.
Yes.
And obviously, you don't have to be a fan of them, but pick a team to, kind of root for, stick with till the end, just to enjoy it more. You know what I mean?
USA did good this year.
Who are we picking?
England. Who's coming home?
Who's
France?
You said England?
I said France? England. I'm a Chelsea fan, so I'm going with where they play.
So
I'm a Prem fan.
I'm going to do something, because this whole time we've been on this show, I've always sort of been leaning towards the dark horses. And
oh my God, is he going to pick a favorite?
This. Yeah, I'm going to pick, and it's probably going to bite me in the butt.
France.
Now you stop with you better stop with that France.
I just want to remind everybody watching, guys. I want to remind everybody watching very quickly that Andre here, Spain they're into the semifinals, correct? You predicted them to lose to Austria in the first round.
That's right.
Right,
that's right. You owe me a beer.
Hold on.
You owe me a Gatorade too.
That's right.
Because the difference is, okay, so when I pick, I look at something, and here's what I'm looking at. I look at the amount of stars on that jersey. If you guys look, now this is an old jersey, so don't look at this.
I just did that to bring up AC Milan.
Stop it. Listen, when you look at the jerseys of these teams, they have stars over their emblem. Those stars mean that's how many World Cups they've won.
Don't you need 5 Champions Leagues, though, to get a star?
Brazil has 5. Italy has 4.
For the UCL, don't you need 5 to get one for a club?
Yeah. How many does Germany have? 4?
4.
4. Yeah, sounds right.
So I'm glad they're out. Thank God. I just don't want anybody. I don't want any more teams passing Italy. So I don't want Spain. I don't want France. Okay. England. Argentina. So I'm looking at Norway.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Right?
Yeah, we'll definitely go into that.
Because they're a lot of
bit.
fun.
They are.
But and I know a lot of people might not like this, but I'm also favoring Argentina. Now that's a team I'm not necessarily looking at the stars, but because they got a lot of names that end with vowels like Messi, and you know what I'm saying, right?
Speaking about Argentina, would you guys like to go into their round of 16 game against Egypt, where they ended up winning 3-2?
That was a
thriller.
Great comeback.
And guess who won the game for them? Guess who won the game?
Messi.
Enzo Fernandez.
Yeah. Enzo Fernandez.
My boy.
Enzo Fernandez. And all I've been hearing about is the refereeing, the fixing, the this, the that. Listen, That stuff, it happens in every game. It just does. Maybe some of it looks a little, suspicious. Okay, fine. It's suspicious. Let them figure it out. Let FIFA figure it out. That's what they're there for. But look, at the end of the day, you have to score those goals.
I hate to say it.
That's right. You got to score.
As a Ronaldo fan, I kind of hate to say it, but people are just mad that Argentina are a good team that works together. And, what I mean? They put their egos aside. They all care about each other. They know that Messi's the key player. They are a true team. And I think more than any other team in this tournament because, even France, they've had, their disputes at points. And I think that Argentina are always a team that they know who their star player is, and they all play well. They all play together. And that's the reason that they can come back in a game like this.
That makes them very dangerous, man. They can be down 3-1 and still come back.
I'm gonna go Norway and then Argentina. Those are the two teams I'm looking at. And downtown, don't you dare say France again. Don't even bring that up. I mean, I don't even how many actual French people do they actually even have on that team?
Probably like 2.
Right? So, I think I'll tell you guys, I'm looking forward to the Norway-England game this afternoon. I think that's got to be
that's going to be the game of the day.
I'm excited for that one.
That one's going to be nice. At 4 o'clock, right?
I think that's going to be a fun game to watch. I think Holland is going to, oh, my God, he's going to have a lot of fun today. And
so is
Kane will, too.
Yeah.
Kane will. Bellingham will. You guys know Holland and Jude played on Dortmund together.
Yeah,
they're very good friends, actually.
City and Madrid.
But I'm gonna let's do Norway 3, England 2.
No, not having it. It's coming home.
I know.
I got no England. I got them 3 England and the other team 1, 3-1.
So we're gonna go to our last round of 16 game, and we can spend the last 6 minutes talking about this. It was a little of a boring game. It was Switzerland beating Colombia on penalties, but I, of course, kind of want to bring this up because I kind of want to talk about the atmosphere because, I went to a Colombia game. It was Colombia-Ghana in the round of 32 on Friday, and I believe it was Friday, maybe Saturday. But it was one of the coolest things I've ever done, just the atmosphere. I think that, we talk about Mexico fans a lot, the Norway fans this tournament. Colombia fans are out of this world. I mean...
So you went to that game?
I went to the round of 32 game against Ghana.
So you got to see Colombia and Ghana. You got to see Portugal play.
Well, no, I didn't get to see Portugal play. I tried to see Portugal play. That was the idea. If Portugal won their group, it would have been Portugal. Yes. That was the idea there.
It was 0-0.
Okay, so when you guys took off the last week, where did you go? What did you go do?
We went to Kansas City to go to Colombia-Ghana.
Oh, so that's the game you went to see.
Yep.
Okay.
And the Colombia
fans... Good for you. Hey, listen, you know what? At least you got to go see a game. Your idol shouldn't be...
Yeah.
Ronaldo should be the guy sitting in the studio with you called Dad. Forget about Ronaldo. Right? He's taking you those games. That's an awesome experience. I don't care what teams
I'm
they are.
so thankful for just the entire thing. It was so cool. And once again, just credits to all the fans. I mean, obviously they got knocked out, which I'm honestly a little bit upset about. Like I'm obviously not a Colombia guy. How
impressive is Colombia? To me, I thought they were awesome.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't look great against Switzerland in my opinion, but in that game they looked amazing. I mean, it was a 1-0 game, so you're like, you didn't get pens, and you'll take 0-0 because you get pens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the fun part of 0-0. So it seems like honestly. To a lot of people, it seems like the worst scoreline you can get. But the game was really fun. I mean, obviously any World Cup game would be, but it was just very down and back, like lots of chances. They had offside goals, like.
There's a certain level of intensity and excitement when it involves teams from this side of the hemisphere, and I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah.
And I think the fans are that when you see a game that involves an Argentina versus a European team, Paraguay, Uruguay, whatever. The intensity is different, and it's a passion. And you see that with the U.S. team, too. The U.S. team, my God, the U.S. team and U.S. and Paraguay had a bench clearing situation before the World Cup started. So there's this level of intensity, this emotions that seem to ride higher with Western Hemisphere, teams on this side.
Oh, I mean,
and the Europeans have to
shows.
figure out a way to deal with that too.
It shows how much it means to them. It shows that this tournament only happens 4 years, and they're gonna go out and they're gonna, put every single little bit of passion they have into it. And I'm so grateful that I got not just to see a game, but to see such good fans. And after the game, we were kind of thinking that I'm a little bit more glad, to be real, that it's a team that we aren't exactly fans of than a team that we were, because you don't want to be sweating during the entire game. You know what I mean? Ronaldo took a penalty and he ended up scoring in the game against Croatia, but I would have been dead on the floor. So you want to be able to enjoy it, and I had so much fun. It was such a cool experience. So
go Norway.
Let's go France.
It's coming home, England.
Oh my God.
And we will talk about
guy with his friends.
the quarterfinals and semifinals next week. See you guys.
You guys have a good day.
9 o'clock, not 10, right?
Yep. Boeder on Sports.
Take care, Uptown Andrew.
See you guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Ready to tackle your junk piles? Call the Junk Luggers. From old furniture to entire cleanouts, we do the heavy lifting. And here's the best part. We rehome and recycle as much as possible to keep it all out of landfills. Feel good about your cleanout the green way. Call 1-800-LUG-JUNK or visit junkluggers.com today for your eco-friendly, stress-free service.
Hey Bears fans, want your business heard during every heart-pounding moment of the game? WRMN 1410 is now offering in-game ad spots for Chicago Bears broadcasts. Be a part of the action as thousands of die-hard listeners tune in each week. Whether it's a touchdown, turnover, or a timeout, your message will be right